have I have thought about this question very much, and my answer is 1 hour, because 1 hour is maximum for children, and government has also made this rule that children have to play for 1 hour maximum, or our eyes will get glasses like this. That's why I am saying that 1 hour is maximum, or if you have exams, you can play for 30 minutes. That means half of an hour. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Advay. So what I want you to do is give me your feedback. Siddhant, give me Advay's feedback.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, he spoke with clarity. He was confident, and the areas of improvements were that he in between he was not stammering, but and he was he stopped for like 1 second, and because of this the flow will get a break. That's why he repeated a, letter of a word, so this should be reduced.
Okay, all right, we move on to Stuti.
Advait spoke with clarity and confidence. Otherwise, he spoke very small, important thing, like children should TV or phone only 1 hour. Thank you.
All right, Vihan.
Advait spoke with clarity and confidence. But one area of improvement is we don't need to take and like iPad for 1 hour. Any other electronic device, we have to take it for 45 to 30 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Excuse me, Mama, I didn't understand Stuti or Vihan's area.
Okay, no problem. Advay, so now you don't have to give a feedback over the feedback. Okay, I'm there. All right, so here we go. I think you spoke with clarity, you spoke with confidence, your content was good, you understood that it's a debatable question, you expressed yourself well. Here are my areas of improvement for you. Eyes will get glasses. Instead of using this sentence, which
we will get glasses from the
you will get glasses, or you will have to put on glasses, or your eyes
will be given glasses.
Weak. Hear me out at my first. Your eyesight will become weak. Yeah, so you have 3 substitutes, and I know that you already know it. But what happens is, with the best of speakers, when you are in the flow, we tend to make these mistakes, which is absolutely fine. Okay. So now this is the feedback. Now tell me, do you have any doubts, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Anything that you'd like to share? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you regret that you didn't take the previous question, or you were good? You were happy with your decision?
I was happy with this question.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, Siddhant, you want to share something?
Ma'am, I have a question on this topic that our online classes is also going. So how can we watch it for only 1 hour?
Good question. But like I said, this is not a joint debate topic. If I have the same debate topic for all of you to discuss, then you could say, hey, come on, Advay, what you're saying is fine. But you know what? Our online classes go on for 3 hours. Add to it a fun time. Then you can do that. You can express an opposite point of view. Very good question. But now the way I'm running this activity, you can't do so. Okay. All right. Don't worry, but we will very soon have a group activity. Vihan, you want to share something?
Yes, ma'am. I want to share my classes are for 3 hours.
Ah, yes. So I Most of you have it for 3 hours, 4 hours. Stuti, one more thing. While you were sharing your feedback, you said something like small time. No, small time, no. You will say you spoke you spoke very few sentences, or you shared your opinion in short, something like that. Okay, so small time is not something that you will use. Okay, just keep that in mind. No? All right, let's move on to Vihan. Vihan is already there in the spotlight. So let's go ahead with Vihan. Vihan, you know what to do, right? You got it, a good example.
Yes.
So if you're good with the question, if you're fine with the question, you can go ahead. If not, you can ask me for a, looks like you're playing KBC, right? Okay. So what time should school start every day? What time should school start every day?
Mom, I think I'm ready. Mom, can I say?
Yes, please go ahead.
I think the school should be started at 11 o'clock because I want to sleep more than 10 hours. Like I sleep at 9:30. I wake up at like 8 o'clock or 8:30. That's why I think the school should be started at 11 o'clock. And if there is party at home, and if we sleep late and our school is at like 9:30, so what will we do? We will sleep and sleep. So we will forget our school is there, and we will not go to school also. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Vihan. Let's begin with the feedback session. So Vihan, you have to turn your camera on. Yes, Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am.
Feedback from Vihan.
Vihan spoke with confident. He was clear, and the areas of improvements are that he in between he stammered, and his hand movements were like very low. It was there, but it was very low, and in between he was like looking somewhere. So this should not happen, because you have to focusly speak. So
You
these
have to
were
speak with focus.
yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Advait.
Yes, ma'am. Vivant was confident. He spoke with confidence. He was clear with everything, and he made up his mind fastly. But the areas of improvement are at the first, after his introduction, he was stammering for 1 second, and in between, that's why I didn't say focused. He paused a bit and looked here. He was looking at a script or something in which he had looked pointed down the points. Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, great. We move on to Stuti.
Vihan spoke with confident. He also
With confidence.
with confident.
Okay, now hold on, Stuti. I've corrected you earlier. Do you have a copy next to you?
Yes.
Of this, he spoke with confidence, or I spoke with confidence, and he is confident. I am confident. Got the difference?
Yes.
Yeah, now don't make that mistake again. Make note of it. Okay? All right, go ahead. Go ahead with your feedback.
He spoke with confidence. He also spoke with it clear, and one area of improvement is he has to do his hand movements and not see around while he's speaking.
Fantastic. Good. So we move on now. Yes, we had my feedback. You expressed yourself, you gave us a lot of content, which is good. You told us the reason behind whatever you were sharing. You know, you want to sleep for 10 hours. You expressed that very clearly, which is great. But you taking your pauses were way too many. You were taking too many pauses, okay, and pauses for a long time as well. You said somewhere in between, forgot our school. So we might just forget to attend our school, okay? So a little bit of attention to your grammar and reduce your pauses, because your pauses are making your talk very casual. And here, Vihan, I want to address that. Make sure that your assignments are sent every week, because we can do a review. You will be able to understand what I mean when I say you are taking too many pauses, or you're sounding a little casual, okay? You will understand that when we play it and we review your work, and all of you for that matter need to send your video, okay? Because nothing can substitute the video review, okay? That's very important. Having said that, I can see a huge improvement in the way you express yourself. You're interested in expressing yourself. So, you know, being interested in expressing or in communicating your thoughts, your opinion is the first step, and that's the most important step. Other things can be improved. Your grammar can be improved. Your content can be enriched. All of that can happen, okay? So make sure that your interest in expressing or communicating remains there, okay? Good. Fantastic. Let's move on. Who goes next? Let's go ahead with Stuti. So Stuti, you know the rules of the game, right?
Right.
Sir, if you like the question, go ahead. Otherwise, you can ask me for a flip. Which is better, peanut butter or Nutella? Have you had Nutella? The chocolate spread? The chocolate spread?
Didn't have Nutella or peanut butter.
You've not had peanut butter?
No.
You've not had Nutella? Then you better ask me for a flip.
Flip.
Okay, flip. All right. Should shooting games be allowed online? You know, there are these online shooting games or games which involve shooting. Should they be allowed or not?
No, they should be not allowed, because also big people also play like PUBG, etc. There are very low games like them. We should not play, because we will play hours, like 2 hours or 3 hours. We will not play. We will only play at weekends, like Saturday and Sunday. We will not play every day in a year. We will play like those games, car or those. We will also can do craft, but we cannot play those shooting games. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Feedback time. We move on to Vihan. Vihan, what is your feedback?
Stuti spoke with clarity and confidence, and one area of improvement is she takes pauses. She takes small pauses, but she takes so many pauses.
Okay. She took pauses for a short time, but she took many pauses. Is that what you mean to say? Mm-hmm. Okay. We move to Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. Stuti spoke with clarity, and the areas of improvements are that she was speaking very slowly and she took many pauses. Done.
Okay, Advait.
Sudhi was confident. She spoke with clarity and she was like going on a medium speed and she was speaking very nicely. But the areas of improvement are, she said instead of person, she said peoples. And she was looking above when she was talking, in between when she was trying to recall the name of the games. And she did not have a smile and she was pausing a lot in between.
Okay, all right. So now I want you all to get into a feedback mode where you give me precise feedback. So when you say someone is making grammatical errors, that's still a very general feedback. This is for everyone. So instead of saying grammatical errors, you will have to point out this is the error that she made, okay, or he made, so that the speaker knows what to improve on. If I say just grammar, the person doesn't know what to improve on. Got it? So now we will have to improvise on the manner in which we give feedback. Okay, otherwise you will be given a feedback on your feedback. Yeah. All right, good. So Stuti, here is my observation about you. You spoke with clarity. Yes, you are speaking a lot more than what you used to, which I've said so many times, which is great. You're enjoying expressing yourself, which is fantastic, but there are many areas of improvement. And I will tell you what to focus on. Number one, they should be not allowed. Okay, framing of sentences. They should not be allowed to. Okay, how do you frame your sentences is very important now. We will not play every day. So your tense, your sentences, simple present, past, if you've started in a particular tense, you have to continue in that tense. You cannot change in between. That's very important because then the listener gets confused. What are you talking about, right? So your grammar, you really, really, really have to pay attention to your grammar now. And now I'm going to become a little more strict about grammar because I know the first level about getting you comfortable with expressing yourself, communicating, enjoying the process of communication to a great extent has been achieved, which is good. But now your focus on grammar should improve. So my question is, Stuti, how are you going to work on your grammar? Tell me. What are the things that you will do on your own to improve on your grammar? Unmute and speak.
Know my gap.
Yeah, go ahead. We couldn't hear half of what you said, so go ahead again.
I can know my gap and speak a little bit more.
No, my question, did you understand my question? My question is, on a daily basis, what will you do to improve your grammar? Okay, I want others to help her. What? And not just help her because everyone in the class is making grammatical errors, some less, some more. But everyone is, okay? So what are you going to do on a daily basis to improve your grammar? Yes, Advait?
She can read grammar books. She can talk to.
We can read grammar books. We can
talk in English to a mother or father.
Yes, one family member in English. We can read grammar books. More friendly, more doable, more interesting suggestions.
Ma'am, do activities which include English speaking.
Okay, so Stuti, here is something that you could do. You could watch English animated movies.
Like Swallows and Amazons.
Yeah, whatever, whatever you like. Okay.
Ma'am, I have never from when I was 2 years old, I've never seen an English, an Hindi serial. Once when I could not see anything, I just turned on an Hindi serial. After
Oh.
that, I have seen English only. English.
Okay, so hear me out. So what I am doing is not discouraging you from speaking in Hindi or listening or talking, but Hindi is our language, you know, we will pick it up. We will speak to the maids, we will speak to our grandparents, somehow, somewhere you will pick it up. But English is not our first language, so we have a problem in conversing, which is why you all are attending these classes, which is why. So I'm not saying don't take pride in Hindi, speaking in Hindi. Please go ahead and do that. No problem with that. In fact, our Prime Minister, you know, he converses in Hindi, right? And he speaks good Hindi. But here we are improving on our English language skills. Why? Because English is a global language. It gives you added advantages, right? So to improve your grammar, you can watch English animated movies. Is that interesting? That's not boring, right? If I ask you to read a grammar book, you might just fall asleep like I do. Okay. You can watch interesting TED Talks. Can you do that? Yes. You can continue with your vocabulary. Tomorrow, I want to see everyone's vocabulary diary, okay? Doesn't matter if you're not updating. I know you're not updating, but at least show me your vocabulary diary. Just show it to me. Even if you have 2 words, 3 words added, just show it to me, okay? Let's at least get started. Yeah, so, and very important, speak to one family member in English. That will go a long way, okay? Yes, everyone, will we do all these things? Okay, fantastic. Let's move on now. Who's left?
Me.
Left. Okay, spotlight, Siddhant. Okay, so what is the question? Yeah. So Siddhant, your question is, should kids be given some kind of allowance, you know, like money as allowance, pocket money, monthly, weekly, whatever? Should they be given or not? And why?
Ma'am, can I flip?
You want to flip this question? Such an interesting question.
Ma'am, because in this question I'm very confused that about big children or small children. So I want to
about
flip.
children in general between the age group of 10 years to 15 years.
10 years to 15 years.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, we should give children money to just like if you have to tell your child how to do marketing, like in schools also this topic comes, so then you can give your child money. But like general, like this only pocket money, so you can give them only less money. If you give me like 100 rupees in like one time only, so there can be possibility that that child can use these rupees in like like it can be waste also, or he can buy junk food also without telling his parents. So we should give children money for some work only, not like this only carelessly.
Okay, all right, fantastic. So let's listen to the feedback. Advay, your feedback.
Siddhant was confident. He spoke with confidence. He was focused. He, at the areas improvement, he didn't have a smile. He paused a bit in middle, and he was stammering only once, which seems like he has done some work to improve.
Okay, all right. Once you're done, please say thank you. Stuti.
Siddhant was good and spoke with confidence and clarity. One area of improvement is he also little bit repeated words.
Okay, once you are done, how will I know you are done? Say thank you. Okay, Vihan, did you hear or you missed out?
No, Mama, I missed out half and I have heard half.
You have heard or you have heard?
I have heard half and I have not
So
heard.
would you like to give feedback based on whatever you heard?
Yes, ma'am. Siddhant was good. He spoke with clarity and confidence, and I found one area of improvement. When I come, he was like stammering in. He was stammering. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So Siddhant, here's my feedback. You shared a lot of content. I loved your content. You backed up your answer with facts, which is great. Okay. You didn't just say why. You didn't just say what. You also focused on the why, which is very important in a debatable topic. So you have the seeds of a good debater. Okay, you have the seeds, but you need to sprout and you also need to grow into a plant, right? So for that, what is needed? Let's move on to the areas of improvement. Like I said, good research, good facts. Whatever you shared was easily understood. So yes, of course, clarity was there. But yes, areas of improvement. One, like I said, when you take pauses, you have this tendency of saying just like so many times you said that. Yeah, so you have to you are working on it because now it's going down, but it has to go further down. And then I was closely listening to you. There are 2 or 3 sentences where you've not used at all. It has gone in a flow. So there was no like just in a flow, very smoothly you spoke the words. The sentences have come out well, okay? But in the beginning and towards the end, that problem has again come up. Okay, so I want you to, what is it that you can do to get rid of this problem? One, figure out why are you using it? Is it as a habit? One, of course it is a habit, but are you thinking while you're doing this? Is this your way of thinking while you're doing this? Does it give you time to think? Is that also the reason?
Ma'am, I found the reason that because in between I forget some words, like if I'm speaking a word, so in between I forgot the word, so like I just use for that only.
Fantastic. So, here is what I want you all to do. You need to find out the root cause of what the main challenge is. So, like Siddhant has found out that he tends to do that, which even I felt, but you have to find out yours, right? I can't be sure. That we all have different habits. So, for example, if I have to think while speaking, I would say, if some people will say, so some people will fill it up with something else. In the previous batch, there's a girl who will use and as a filler while she's thinking. So you have the habit of saying too many times and using it as a filler. So you have to organize your thoughts, organize your thoughts so that you don't need too much of thinking time. Okay, or maybe you could speak a little slowly so that while you're speaking slowly, you also know what next to speak about. Clear?
Ma'am, also
Yeah, so these are different things, but more it's like the sound which is prominent. So that is one. And second thing is like on a daily basis, if not daily, at least, on a weekly basis, other than the assignment video, record a 30 seconds video, speak about something, record a 30 seconds video and just play it back and see how many times have you botched that time or used those pauses or said, it will reduce. So if you've done it 10 times today, take it up as a challenge tomorrow. Tomorrow it should come down to 8, to 6, to 4. Now, if I'm stammering or taking pauses or saying like 10 times today, I can't make the target 0 tomorrow. That's not realistic. But I'll give myself time. I'll be kind to myself and I'll take these baby steps. Now, Siddhant, understand, you'll have to dissect this problem. And all of you have different main issues. Like for Stuti, I said grammar. For you, it's this thing, okay? when you do that, you have to be really kind to yourself, because this is a habit you've developed for a very long time. So to rewire or to go back, you have to give yourself some time and consistently practice. Consistently practice and go back. Okay, but you have to commit yourself to at least a 30 seconds video on a daily basis. 30 seconds, I am not going to pause or take long pauses. I'm not talking about the normal pauses. I'm not going to use the word So once you take that as your challenge, from 10 it will come to 8 to 6 to 4. Try that. Okay, so next week when we meet, I want you to tell me in the next 7 days for a 30-second video, how has the challenge been? Have you reduced from 10 to 8 to 5 to 3 to 1? You got what I'm trying to